You need to pull an over. You think that you gonna leave with all my business? Yeah. I might have to play them a little closer. Now we in Malibu, Maybach back to back, have an asthma attack. Call the troops, pull up with some shit, make you do acrobats. You think that I'm finished because I'm done?
Y'all gonna think I'm joking. That's them right there. That's Kevin Gates right there. Brian, walk up on him like you did Stephen A, man.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Dean. Class is in session, man. Shout out to all my dogs out here, man. Hope you guys are doing good. Appreciate each and all guys y'all rolling in here. So let's get this straight now. So Stephen A. Smith has been talking about LeBron James, and Stephen A. Smith has been talking about Bronny James, right? So Stephen A. Smith is saying, you know, as a sports commentator, he's talking about LeBron's, what's going on with LeBron as far as his basketball, like his shooting game, his hoop game. So So Stephen A. Smith is just being an analyst, kind of breaking down what all analysts do. They give their idea of what somebody is. If you're a good basketball player, then you're supposed to be getting called out. If you're not good at basketball, football, or baseball, that's what an analyst's job is to analyze what you're doing, to give a clear, truthful statement of exactly what you are, which I think Stephen A. Smith did that. Flopping James. He talked about his son, not really good. He just gave his opinion. And again, it was no disrespect to that man as a father. Okay. But if there was disrespect as a father, then what you guys see is LeBron James pulling up on Stephen A. Smith. Right? But pulling up on Stephen A. Smith because you're talking about my son. Like you, okay. So if you want to talk about my son, then I'm gonna pull up and hey, I see you courtside. What's up? You know you saying all this stuff and you popping your mouth off about my boy. Now, hey, say it to me now, right? Okay, so we got that, right? I mean, we all know LeBron pulling up on Stephen A. Smith because he didn't like what he said about his son. All right. Enters your boy Kevin Gates. Enters your boy Kevin Gates. And Kevin Gates went at LeBron's wife talking about how she should be more like a white woman and be more submissive, be happy. You all have already seen the video on that. Now remember, he's talking not about his son, but he's talking about his wife. Again, not about his son. He's talking about his wife. Talking about his son and not his wife. And I want y'all to understand the difference between your son. Now again, if you're gonna stand up to Stephen A. Smith for saying something about your son, then it's on when I see you talking about my wife, because I'm gonna go up to you and like say, okay, man, you talking all that yak right now about my wife in the safety of your own bedroom, but now you here, let's talk about my wife. Now, if y'all don't know Kevin Gates, if y'all, okay, see the thing I love about Kevin Gates, now Kevin Gates says some things that, I don't agree about, the no fab, the seam retention, that's all good, but Kevin Gates is like that. He's one of them Southern boys, from Louisiana. I guess Cajun. I guess he's from Louisiana. Or I know he's Southern. I forgot where, but that's here nor there. But so Kevin's talking all that stuff about LeBron James' wife. So then LeBron puts out this, and I gotta get have my glass on to read this. He put out this caption with him and his girl to reply back, or what they say, clap back to Kevin Gates, because they don't know Kevin Gates. So LeBron captured this post with his woman. It says, and I quote, "Kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, Queen?" Now, let me explain something to you. There's a difference between an analyst and there's a difference between rappers that really about that life. And what we're saying about that life, all right, so, okay, now I'm a peasant, right? So now you're saying, okay, you're the king, because again, the way he's saying, he was talking to LeBron. He was like, LeBron, I got your back. I'm just trying to say something to you. But LeBron's clap back was, again, kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, Queen? So, again, if you guys don't know Kevin Gates, I'm gonna let you see. This is Kevin Gates. Look at this.
You couldn't have had that conversation 5 years ago, right?
That needed to hear that.
Right.
Then they got these other interviews, these bitch ass niggas talking about what the fuck I said. But you ain't gonna see me and tell me none of that shit in public. You not. I'm just in a happy place. I'll still fuck you off.
Don't.
I'll still fuck you off. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get me 2 tickets to the front row of a Laker game. None of my boys with me. No security with me. I'm gonna bring my woman with me, and we gonna sit courtside. And if I'm a peasant like you say I am, because I said something about your wife, why don't you pull up on me the way you pulled up on Stephen A. Smith when he talked about your son? And you can see in that video, there was a million chances LeBron could have walked up on Kevin Gates. But see, gentlemen, sometimes you just don't want that smoke. Sometimes sometimes the bully likes to bully the person that has something. Okay, so if you look at Stephen A. Smith, he's representing Disney. You know, there are things like that. He can't just, now if I was Stephen A. and someone got in my face, I mean, again, I'm not talking tough. I'm just saying what men will do. I say, yeah, I said it. You got a problem? What's up? And it would have been on right there. But Stephen didn't do that. I think Stephen's probably thinking about maybe his money or, I'm not ready to fight LeBron. I'm not ready to stand on it, which is fine by me. But you see Kevin Gates rolling up. None of his boys, no security, just him rolling up. What's up? Okay, you want to call me a pet? What's up? What we gonna do? Because look, if you're going to defend your son as a man, then you flipping the table for your wife. It's your wife. It's on. You're talking about my wife. So if you're talking about my wife, we gonna move some furniture. What's up? So wait, you want to say all that stuff about my wife? Here I am saying it in my face right now. That's what LeBron should have said to Kevin Gates. But LeBron knows Kevin was there. But see, this is what I keep trying to tell you guys. This is not about people fighting each other, but it's like if you want the smoke's coming to you. I'm gonna pull up and see what you're gonna do. And if you about that life like you did with poor Stephen A. Smith, why would you pick on the analyst who is analyzing not you as a father, but analyzing the skills of your son versus someone that totally called your woman out, disrespected her, say she act more like a white woman and was talking cash shit. And all you have to say is kings don't concern themselves with peasants. Think you got some clap back. Now watch this. Thinking that, Kevin Gates is like, I can say something on Twitter or make a tweet or whatever, or make a post. I can post it. And the fake ones are just gonna say, I suppose, to move on. But the real ones gonna pull up. And the real ones, again, this is why I love Kevin Gates for doing what he's doing. All respect. Kevin pulled up. Again, this is why I love it. No, he didn't pull up with none of his boys, and he didn't pull up with no security. He pulled up with his woman, sat there courtside. What's up? And gentlemen, that's the beautiful thing about the game, gentlemen. See, and let me show you why I love this. Because it kind of ties into women too, because Flop and James acts like feminine, but that's here and over there. But if you think about the game, and when you have the game, women know, just like LeBron knows, there are people that you can do shit to, and then there's people that are not gonna take any shit. And that's the kind of guy you need to be, the Kevin Gates. You need to pull up. You don't need anybody else, you just need to pull up. And I'm not saying pull up to start fights or anything like that. I'm saying that the beautiful thing about the game, when you pull up and a woman recognizes you, she gonna recognize, oh shit, she gonna like, oh man. Oh, whoa, look at this person. Oh, okay. Now I can't punk him. I can't yell at him. I can't scream at him because look, He's not gonna hit me or beat me or anything like that, but I see that this is a ladies' man, and if I don't conduct myself like a woman or a lady, then I'm not gonna be able to be around this man because he pulled up. And that's how you guys should move. Because when you pull up, what you're saying is what's up. And when you have that what's up, when you had that attitude, that's what's gonna get you the respect. Because the respect wasn't in the fighting, all this other stuff. The respect was in how quiet he got when he knew he was around and didn't say anything when he had every opportunity to say something. Didn't say a word. That's the respect, gentlemen. That's the kind of respect that I'm trying to get you guys to have for yourself when it comes to women. Women are gonna respect you when you demand respect of yourself. Kevin said, you know what, I don't need my boys, I don't need my security. I'm just gonna sit there, chill with my lady and see what's up. Why don't you come at me like you did Stephen A. Smith? Why don't you come on give me that work like you did Stephen A. Smith? Why don't you come on, guy? Come on. Here, I'm all out. I'm a peasant, right? I'm a peasant. Now look, Kevin is not gonna just roll up on LeBron. So I know y'all saying, well then why didn't Kevin like roll up on LeBron, call him a peasant? Man, you don't do that. Okay, listen. Calling me a peasant versus saying something about your wife is two totally different things. So you saying, oh, kings don't concern themselves with a peasant. All right, that's cool. But if somebody is talking shit about your wife like that, I'm not saying you got to fight for your wife or your honor. But what I'm saying is that if you're going to fight for the honor of your son and pull up on somebody that was analyzing your son and you took it as disrespect, why didn't you pull up on a guy that was talking about someone who is more valuable than your son, and that's your woman? And I'm not saying pull up to fight, but where is the integrity and honor that, listen, man, that's uncalled for. You don't need to talk about me and my wife, because what me and my wife do is none of your business. You see what I'm saying? That's all you got to say. But did LeBron do that? You see LeBron had every chance to pull up on Kevin and say something he didn't say. See, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love, this is why I love Kevin, man. Kevin is about that game. I love that, man. He don't play. And guys, when y'all change your reality and change your mindset and move like Kevin and you don't play around, this is what's going to happen. But as you can see right now, you know, it's all hush hush. But Kevin said, okay, I'm a peasant. Well, I'm going to pull up on you like a peasant. And now what's up? Now, I'm here. I'm all out. Now, why don't you come talk to me for talking about your wife like you went to Stephen A. Smith for analyzing your son? You should be coming up to me and getting all in my face. But see, you ain't gonna do that with Kevin. See, guys, bullies know who to bully, because a bully is not gonna bully the person that's gonna bully him back. And that's the same thing with a woman. A woman's not gonna talk shit to you if you're gonna bully back. And I don't mean putting your hands on anything like that. She gonna know that, hey, this kind of motherfucker, this is a guy that I'm not gonna mess around with. I'm not gonna play games with. This guy knows what he's doing and he's serious about it. So it's something y'all gotta think about, guys. But let me know what you think. What do you think carries more weight? I'm gonna ask you. Someone's talking about your wife the way he talked about your wife, if you have one. Now remember, I ain't say girl, I ain't say side chick, I said your wife. So if you're a family man and someone's talking about your family or analyzing your family, you got the balls to go up to the guy that analyzes for a living versus the guy that's talking cash shit about your wife. I ain't say girlfriend, I said wife. And he's sitting at courtside and you ain't gonna say nothing to him. Guys, do y'all see what I'm talking about? This is why, as a man, you got to demand respect. Because guess what? Respect came knocking on this door. Okay, I'm a peasant, so I'm going to show up like a peasant. I'm going to show up with no bodyguards. I'm going to show up with no protection. I'm just going to have my woman right by my side chilling. What we going to do? And gentlemen, I want to know what you think, man. Do you think LeBron did the right thing by not talking to Kevin Gates? Because you think Kevin would have flipped that thing all upside down? Or do you think LeBron knew that if he would have came at Kevin Gates like he did at Stephen A. Smith, that he knew what was going to go down, so instead he going to act like Kevin's not around? Guys, I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think, but this is what this is why the game is so beautiful, guys. So let me know what you think, guys. Appreciate your time. I'm sorry I had to go so long, but the videos, these amazing videos, these clip right here was so amazing. I wanted you to see everything. So you know Kevin stayed as long as Kevin stayed and nothing happened. You know Kevin said, well, hey, look, I pulled up. The peasant pulled up. What's up? You ain't doing nothing. All right, well, you ain't about that life. I can see it now. Go ahead and pick on them. Go ahead and pick on those lightweight people that are not going to defend themselves. But as a man, you defend your honor. This is your wife. I'm not saying you got to fight for your wife, but at least as a man, you should be able to go up to the person that's talking shit about your wife like that. I mean, this is your wife. And the reason why I'm saying you should do that, for all you guys out there, if you're gonna do it for your son, then you should be doing it for your wife. That's what I'm saying. If you're not going to do it for your wife, why would you do it for your son? You should have left Stephen A. Smith alone and kept going. But you know what? You knew Stephen A. Smith wasn't going to do nothing. You knew it was an opportunity to try to pull his punk card, and you did that. Congratulations. But now you have someone that's talking noise about your woman, and you ain't even doing anything about it. You know he's there, and you're not doing anything about it. Come on, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. We go ahead and holler at you later, man. We out. Peace.